Okay. So once again, thank you for joining us on this journey of Global Online Diploma Masterclass. Like I said before, that we have almost 5 modules that we are all covering for this 3 months online masterclass diploma. And at the end of it all, we are going to be issuing certificates on the day of global graduation in August 2nd. So you can mark your calendar for that occasion because you've done very well. We have the module on mindset, personal development, emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, financial intelligence, and leadership management. But my own sections will be mindset and personal development, and I think I've already covered 2 sections. So today, I'm just going to combine both mindset and personal development, which both of them work in hand. And I really appreciate everyone that has joined us today. Okay, so without any further ado, let me just, because of the recording, I'll just do this.
Story that is unimaginable. Do you want to learn to restore and reconnect your relationships? Do you want to live the happiest life you could ever dream of? Do you want to create wealth? It all starts with the right mindset. Elizabeth Lucas-Afolalu has a tremendous amount of wisdom to share to assist you in living your best life possible. She is an award-winning inspirational and transformational speaker, writer, coach, and entrepreneur extraordinaire who inspires people worldwide with her personal story. For many years, her passion has been inspiring and empowering and transforming lives and relationships for her clients. Mindset is everything. Elizabeth believes everyone can become, achieve, be fulfilled, be successful, and be happy with the right positive mindset. Also, having the right attitude, resilient and willing to change, are important aspects of personal growth. Living life with determination, diligence, and having positive thinking and working hard can lead to a successful life you never dreamed of. She believes people can build deeper and healthy relationship with awareness of greater love, better understanding of ourselves and others, marriage and positioning. And it is possible to rebuild, reconnect broken trust and relationship, promoting and empowering relationship and family. In her businesses, she enjoys coaching, mentoring and supporting women, young married couples and young adults. She believes this can transpire in relationships, families, friendship, success and prayer. She also has a company in which she creates personal, intentional and inspirational customized gifts. She has created thousands of unique and unusual, memorable, creative, personalized, and inspirational gifts for all tastes and budgets. Elizabeth Creations has taken the idea of creative gifts to a whole new level, with the innovative concept of actually buying minutes of time from the past, present, or future. Elizabeth has a motivation and passion for business which led her to obtain honors degree in business and management at University of Northampton, United Kingdom. Elizabeth has worked with several organizations in various fields, and she is actively involved with and supports several NGO/charity, and for all her contributions and involvement, she was awarded Inspiration and Relationship Award, Legend Award for Community and Humanity. Currently, she is the Managing Director of Elizabeth Creations Limited, Director of Tokens Limited, founder of Y.Y.C.I International. She is the UK Chief Bureau Editor of an American magazine, Oakens Group magazine, and an exceptional award-winning author of Yes, You Can. Featured in national press NBC, ABC and Fox News, other magazines including Business Magazine. She is also an acclaimed author who writes in her book how she has failed several times and bounced back, overcome all adversities, challenges, financially, physically, emotionally, abuses and trauma, and come up stronger. She has turned all her situations from impossible to possible.
So let's just go straight. This morning, I'll be leading us to learn on mindset for transforming our personal development. Before we go any further, I want to appreciate all my great leaders on this platform. Thank you so much for joining us on this section. So, I have a questions for you, and I want to look at your face, and I want you to just think about it. Remember, my topic will be on mindset and personal development, which both of them I will be interwoven in both of them, integrating both topics together. So the questions I have for you this morning, which I want you to please be honest to yourself and just answer the questions within yourself. And if you want to type it, that is fine. And I would like it to involve on this particular discussion while I'm also sharing with you. We are talking about our personal life here. We are talking about our inner being. We are talking about our own personal development. So what a way to start the question. Now, the first question is, are you comfortable the way you are currently? Physically, spiritually, socially, mentally, and professionally? Are you comfortable the way you are currently? You can either type it on the chat box or just answer it within yourself. Are you happy about the event occurring in your life? Maybe good or bad. It could be obstacles, it could be victory, it could be opportunity. Are you happy about the event recurring in your life? Can you say the mindset you have currently and maybe held on to for a long time have affected your life and the society positively? Can you? So that means you need to check your mindset, the state of your mind. What if the mindset you have right now have separated you from your dear friends, denied you of precious favors and opportunities, and have been a major barrier to your happiness and self-fulfillment? Will you say that your mindset has and is attracting the right people and opportunities to you? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Thank you so much, sir. You said you are happy and I can always make improvement. Thank you for your contribution. Please use the chat box to respond back to me at any time. First step to getting somewhere in life is to decide you are not going to stay in your place right now. Yes, like Honorable Mo have said, he's happy where he is, but he also said that he can always make an improvement. That's a right spirit. That's a positive spirit. That is a positive mindset. That is a growth mindset there. So, to desire to become better in life, in your relationship, in your profession, even in your leadership, guess what? Your mind needs to be changed, needs to be renewed, needs to be transformed. You need to shift that mindset and shift it to the positive and growth mindset. Taking action and getting better. So change is needed, especially in this our world today. And with changed mindset, there will be no change. Without changed mindset, there will be no change. And if there is no change, then there will be no fulfillment. I'm glad that Mr. Mo said he's happy. Probably has shifted his mindset. Probably is growing and feeding his mind with positive. So change will bring efficiency, fulfillment, and satisfactory in life. So that is very important. So mindset is everything. And without renewing your mindset, there will be no transformation. I believe one of the reasons why we are here this morning is for us to improve, is for us to get better, is for us to progress, is for us to fulfill our destiny, our purpose in life. It's for us to get better even in our professions and even in our leadership. So change will bring efficiency, fulfillment, and satisfaction. So these are the notes to go with the initial questions that I want you to ask yourself. But there are 4 elements that always hold us back, that always limit us, that always hold us that we can move forward. These elements are ignorance, ignorance of your environment, ignorance of yourself, ignorance of what is going on, ignorance of every other thing that you need, and then lack of understanding. It's okay for us to communicate with one another, but how well are we understanding others? How well? Because if you are not listening attentively to understand, how do you want to understand? For example, we are up to 10 on this platform to learn about mindset and personal development. The only person that we really gain from this lesson is those people that gain better understanding of what is being taught. So how well is your level of your understanding? Lack of vision. There's a scripture that says a man perish because of lack of wisdom. Are you dreaming at all? Do you have a vision for your life and for your future? Do you have a dream? And if you have a dream, are you dreaming big? Because that is the initial before you progress. And then the last one that's supposed to be even the first one is unknown of your identity, of who you are and your purpose. Because if you don't know yourself, how do you want to understand the way you behave, your attitude, the state of your mindset, and what you are doing? How do you want to understand life? Because if you don't understand yourself, how do you want to understand others? So you need to know who you are. Very important. Please. Okay. So you need to know who you are. Very important in life. As we move on, I would like to also, because I will continuously sharing this statement, everything in lives will require hard work, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, investment, honesty, and even full of gratitude. But then, wisdom is the principal thing, just as the scripture says. And in all our getting, we get better understanding. And better understanding of life will lead you to better and quality performance and fulfilling in life. But it's also going to start with one statement: personal development. Personal development. Because it is the level of how you are getting better, developing yourself, that will lead you to perform well and see the other fellow. If you can add value to yourself, then you can add value to others. So these models that we are all going to be sharing together on my own side is going to be both reality of life. It's going to be truths that I need to share. It's going to be wisdom that I need to unveil. And it's going to be practical that we are going to involve one another. Because this is self-development. This is personal development. And it all depends on individual, how you really want to develop yourself. So we are only here to guide you. And if you need more than what we are training on this masterclass, you need more of it, and you need to contact Yes You Can International so that we can guide you through and you can move to your own next level. Before then, let me also say this quickly. The scripture says, the word of God says that we not be fashioned according to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. So our state of our mind is very important before we can think of any other thing. Mindset is everything. So, and the information you are storing into your mindset will determine your beliefs, your actions, your thinking, your lifestyle, your habits, and it will also guide you through your journey of life. So, mindset for transformation. Transformation should lead us to identification. Why? Because you need to identify yourself, who you are, your strength, your ability, your capability, your weakness, the opportunities around you. You need to discover your environment. You need to discover the opportunities coming. You need to discover even your threats, your competitors, and all that thing. So that is where this revelation of who you are will come up. And it is very important. Okay, like I said, we're going to be combining both the personal development and the mindset together. So when we are talking about personal development, I'm going to ask a question very soon. And I want everyone to involve, please. When we talk about personal development, who can just lead the way and tell me what are we talking about? Or which area can we develop ourselves personally? So my chat box is open and I need response from all the 11 students, my leaders on this platform, to respond to me. In what area of your own personal life that needs development? Please write it down before I continue with myself, because I want to know that we are all catching up. In what area that we need personal development? Let me start with myself. My spiritual life, my spiritual lifestyle, my faith, and my beliefs. That is one of them. So I want others also to jot it down. Whatever area they think they need development. Quickly, Mr. Green Albert, Mr. Lookman, if you want to talk, please raise your hand. And if you want to chat on the, if you want to type on the chat box, please start now to start chatting. Yes, this is advanced level. This is diploma level. You are not going to be coming here like as usual to listen to others. We are going to learn from one another. So I need your full participation. I need your involvement. I need to learn from you as you learn from me. So please pick up and start typing. What areas can we develop ourselves? What areas can we develop ourselves? Okay, so I'm watching. Okay, Olutosin said, personal development is the ability to improve ourselves, our skills, and our capacity. Okay, so others, please, I want you to chat with me. What areas can we develop ourselves? What areas can we develop ourselves? Very, very important. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, Mr. Mo said personal development can help us to become more certain and let go of limiting beliefs and take action now on our goals. Thank you, sir. I want others also to commit. I'm expecting you as I'm teaching, because my teaching is not for me to come and tell you all the answers. The teaching is discussion, and we need to do it together. So what areas can we develop ourselves? Thank you, Mr. Jide, as well. My spiritual life, my career, my marital life, my finance, my relationship with others, and my capacity. Thank you so much. I'm still waiting for others. Please respond quickly. Quickly. It's very, very important that we do this together. I'm learning from you as well as you are learning from me, because this is my time of sharing this personal development and mindset. So I'm expecting more people to please respond to me, please. So what areas can we develop ourselves? What areas? Quickly, quickly, quickly. You want to speak, Dr. Samina? What areas can we develop
Yeah,
ourselves quickly?
uh, I want to say that there is need to be change in everything. If we want to grow, if we want development, there should be change in everything, in personal life, in career, in married life, in our social life, in economic life. Everywhere we need to change, because if we want to grow and go forward, we need change. So we should polish our skills and our wisdom, our etiquettes, our behavior, everything. That's all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So in everything, we need to develop ourselves. Very, very important. I'm checking something out. I'm trying to know if I am okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're going to have double today. So let me continue to one certain time. And then when I finish the first section of my own teaching, I'm going to invite Reverend Professor Akpabio after my teaching to teach us on, again, personal development. So I'm just seeing the timetable now. I didn't know that I missed that one out. So you're welcome, sir. My mentor, my papa, Reverend Akabio. Okay, let's continue. Thank you so much, Dr. Samina, for letting us know that in everything we need to develop our personal, we need to have our personal development. Okay, so on my own slides, let me share this. Thank you so much, Senior General Professor. Oh, my mentor, Professor Charles, is also here. Area of being like Christ, thinking like Christ, and acting like Christ. So I will say those ones will be under faith or your beliefs or your spiritual lifestyle. So thank you so much. Make us better leaders. Yes. Time management. Yes. And thank you so much for all your response. So personal development. Like I've said, in if we want to categorize everything that have been said on the chat box, we will say first thing is social life. The second one is managing emotional. The third one is spiritual lifestyle, faith, and beliefs. The fourth one, one, two, three, four. The fourth one is mental reading, studying, and research. And the last one on my own list, which I know that we can categorize all what you've said under all these things. So the next one will be physical health care, health, and well-being. Let me repeat it again. The social life, the managing emotional. Thank God on this particular module we have emotional intelligence. We have lecture that is lecturing us on emotional intelligence, and another lecturer is lecturing us on emotional management. We also have spiritual lifestyle, faith, and beliefs, which I know that Reverend Akpabio will integrate his own lecture alongside with the scriptures in the Bible. And then spiritual can be different style, but it depends on individuals' faith, and they can only speak based on their own faith and beliefs. And then we have mental reading. I can believe, like you can agree with me, that part of developing your mental reading mental is when you are attending masterclass, developing yourself, going for master classes and workshops, and also reading books, listening to tape, watch video. Like we've encouraged a lot of people to subscribe to YYCI.tv YouTube channel for them to be watching and learning from all those videos. So that is also mental. And when we talk of physical, physical is your health, your body, your well-being, your lifestyle. How are you really developing yourself in that area? So let's move on. But before then again, let me just remind you of few things. Recognize your strength. We're still going to go deep in all this. It might not be today, but just for me to just, this is just the foundation of personal development. Recognize your strength. Next time we're coming back to my section, I'm going to be doing a practical way where I would like you to write all your strength down, all your weakness down, all your threats and opportunity. So we're going to do SWOT analysis when we come back on my section. So just bear in mind, recognize your strength, set a smart goals, find a mentor, expand your knowledge, and stay positive. So remember those few words. Okay, right. I'm just going to elaborate more on this personal development and then say one or two things, and then we now welcome our next speaker. So when we talk of personal development, we mention first social growth. Social growth is to improve your communication skills. So you see how important communication is. So you can see how important it is. So it's a matter of improving your communication skills. And under communication skills, there's so many books, videos, audios that you can read, you can watch, you can, listen to, and even some of our own seminars that we've done in the past on communication skills. So you need to watch them, you need to read books, for you to develop your communication skills and also put it in practice. And active listening is also another thing, because we don't want to be like somebody just talking and no one is listening. That's why I appreciate all my great leaders on this platform listening to me attentively to understand. So active listening is also part of social growth. And speaker will promote relationship. This will promote relationship, friendship, connection, living harmony, living peacefully with others, perform well, and gives satisfaction. So that is why we call it social growth. When we talk of communication, it could be your posting, where you are posting on the social media, because you never know who is watching. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it to lift somebody up, or is it to pull them down? Is it to just go on gossiping and doing other things, or is it to inspire others? So there are so many ways you can do it. So you have to choose. And for you to choose will depend on what is in your mindset. So mindset and communication is very important. They work in hand. Because what is in your mind is what you will say out. He said, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speak. So whatever you have stored in your mindset and you believe it and you are thinking about it, one day you will speak it out. Is it positive and is it negative? Then we have the second one. The second one is emotional growth. It's about developing and managing your own feelings. We are human beings. We are not robot. We are not AI. We are not machine. We are human beings. And human beings has feelings. How do you manage your feelings? How do you communicate and express your feelings? All these ones also needs to be developed under emotion. Okay, please mute yourself whenever you join so that we don't distract, please. It's very important. Very, very important. So that we don't distract us. We're talking here about personal development. Okay, so emotional, this can help to over challenges. This can help us to handle and face and overcome challenges and react to any situations. If only we can develop how we manage, how we develop our own feelings. And this is come under emotional growth. So all this can also expressing ourselves in an effective way, in a constructive way. How we can have patience to one another, be tolerant, be open, and understand yourself and understand others, and even understand the situation you are facing. This comes under emotional development. And then we have spiritual, just as Senior Professor Charles have said it, and you will hear more of it in our next section. Spiritual growth, such as faith, culture can be part of spiritual beliefs and experiences. Practicing a religious or meditating regularly or improving the spiritual health is to connecting yourself with holistic level. That is why sometimes when you go for walk in a garden or in a park, you are by yourself and the nature. So you can free. So that is also part of your spiritual growth. For example, if you're a Christian like me, you're reading your Bible, meditating on your Bible, meditating on the Word of God, and also praying regularly. Be conscious of what you're doing. Connect yourself with God in your own prayer, your own meditation, even in reading the Bible, and even going and fellowship with other people. You learn from there. They said iron sharpened iron. You grow together. This is also part of it. You cannot grow alone. You cannot isolate yourself. So building relationship with your creator and find your creature and find your inner peace. We are also going to talk about inner peace in this our modules of this personal development, because if you don't have peace in your mind, how do you want to share peace with others? How do you want to make peace with others? How do you want to build peace or manage or keep peace with one another? So it does have to build, it does have to be within you first. So knowing who you are and your purpose, we're going to do a lot of practical things on this module as well, because there are some things that we're going to guide you through for you to know who you are, so you to know your purpose. Then all this can help to manage stress and build confidence in ourselves and also in our abilities. So that is spiritual growth. It doesn't matter. For me, I'm talking from the background of Christian. But if you are Muslim, you can do the same thing in your own way. If you're in another religion, you can. Spiritual growth is spiritual growth. And then we have mental growth. If I may ask, we are now in the middle of the year 2025. If I may ask some of you, how many books have you read so far this month? This year so far. You understand? Some people might say maybe 10, some people might say 5, some people might say, oh, I'm so tired. I've been so busy. I don't even have time. But life is now changed. It doesn't matter if you're holding a physical book or not and reading it. You can even be traveling from one place to the other and then be listening to audio books, watching videos, listening to audios. So it doesn't have to really. So that is part of mental growth, focusing on the development of your mind. That is why I said you cannot talk about personal development and not mention mindset. So now he's saying it here now. For you to develop your mental growth, you have to focus on the development of your mind, your thinking, your learning, your researching, your observing. All these ones will improve your mental aptitude. Just like myself, I love reading. When I leave this place, I'm reading. When I'm watching videos, I'm listening to tapes. It's very important that you keep going. Like they've always said that a leader is a learner. A leader is a reader. A leader is a learner. And we keep learning, we keep reading. And these are the way we can develop our mental growth. Okay. And then the last on that section will be physical growth. It's about taking care of your body. I guess most of you have heard something like health is wealth. What is the point of owning the whole world and you are not healthy and you are always sick or one thing or the other, or you spend all your wealth on making yourself getting better? So health is wealthy. And there's also another statement that says that prevention is better than cure. So it's better now that you start concentrating on your well-being. So physical growth is about taking care of your body. Very important. Taking care of your body. Healthy body facilitates effective brain functioning. Eating nutritious meals, exercising regularly. That one is talking to me because I need to do more. And having an adequate sleep. So yes, these are the 5 stages of personal development. So I would like to ask one question. Now that I've mentioned all these 5, can you please respond to me if you capture all the 5 and write the 5 5 types or stages of personal development on the chat box? Please do that quickly. Quick, please. Personal development in the 5 stages or 5 kinds with the areas that you need to that we all need to develop ourselves. I've mentioned the 5 and I want somebody to recap that for me, please. Quickly, let's do this because we still have a long way to go. Okay, spiritual is very important. Yes. So I want somebody to just list on the chat box the five stages of personal development. I just mentioned them and I even elaborate them so to understand. Thank you so much, Princess Victoria. Mentally, spiritually, health is wealth, and exercise. Okay, so in what you've written, and I really appreciate that, you've written mentally, you've written spiritually, and the health and exercise comes under the physical. So thank you so much. I want other people as well to contribute quickly. We have about 11 great leaders on this platform, and I would like you to respond back to me, please, before we move on. Quickly, the 5 stages of personal development are, and I want everybody to contribute, at least all of us, please. It's very important, because that will encourage me to move forward. So please write the 5 stages of personal development, because you need, the more you write, the more you understand, the more you involve, and that will make it to even be that will make you to be reminded, yeah, so that you will know what to do when it comes to personal development. So are we writing? Okay. Thank you, sir. Dr. Moles is spiritual, lifestyle, and health. Thank you so much, sir. Any other person, please? Any other person before I start mentioning name? Or somebody wants to talk, so you can raise your hand up if you prefer to say it instead of typing it down. Can anybody? Let me see if anybody is raising their hands. Number one. Okay, so please type on the chat box. Okay. I think Dr. Samina, I can hear your voice. You want to mention then 5 personal development stages. Number 1.
First of all, spiritual
So,
growth,
yeah. Yes.
economical growth,
Okay.
physical growth,
Yes.
lifestyle, personal lifestyle, mental growth,
Yes.
and economical growth.
Okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I like you because you've added one, which
Emotional.
I'm going to add again to my own list, and that is economic growth.
Yeah.
Economic growth. That is also fair
And
because in one way or
emotional
the
also.
other. Sir, ma'am, what did you say?
Emotional growth also.
Yes,
Emotional.
emotional growth, social growth, physical growth, emotional
Physical growth.
growth, social. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Samina. Any other person? Dr. Fatai, I'm still waiting for you. Ambassador Comfort, Freddie, I'm waiting for you. Mr. Shueton Taiwo, I'm still waiting for you to write the stages of personal development. Mr. Lucas, Lukman Nuruddin, I'm still waiting. Mr. Jide, I'm still waiting either to type it on the chat box or raise your hand and then you speak. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ogunbowale. Mental, physical, spiritual, social growth, and emotional. Thank you so much. Any other person? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Please, let's do this together and let's do it quick. Very, very important. It's just a recap of what we've done so far. You know, I like to be, I like to slow in my own section so that we can gain together, we can learn together, and we can understand it better together. So, Mr. Aderemi, I'm still waiting for you. Mr. Shoeton, I'm still waiting for you. Yes, Mrs. Comfort, I'm still waiting for you. Please, said that you raise your hand. And okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mo. Financial intelligence, yes, that is also, I can combine the financial intelligence with the economic growth. So that is very important. Yes, you see, I'm also learning because on my list there was no financial goals, but now I'm learning that. So please let us do this together. I'm still waiting. Any other person that want to contribute, please, before we move on. This is very important. If you don't learn anything so far yet, but these 5 stages of personal development, I want you to really write the list down. And for your assignment, for my assignment for this section, I would like you to note all these 5, including the economic or financial growth. I want you to write it and explain what you've done so far in developing these goals. This in developing this personal growth. So, yes, thank you so much, Senior Professor. Mental, social, spiritual, emotion, and physical growth. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Very, very important. Any other person? Any other person? Because we are all doing this together. So my assignment, if somebody can remind me again, please write it down on the chat box. So my assignment is the stages of personal development. You will mention 5. If you have more, you write it down. And then under each topic, you personally explain to us how you've been developing yourself in those areas. Thank you so much, Mr. Jide. Personal, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical growth. Thank you so much, Mr. Jide. Okay, so let's continue with that. I've mentioned that. And another question I would like you to bear in mind, because we might do that in the next section, and that is few important questions. Remember, I said right from the beginning, you need to know who you are. So these are the questions you need to ask yourself if you really want to discover who you are. So just think about that and also start thinking about that till our next section. Few important questions you can ask yourself. Please unmute yourself because we can only one voice that we want to listen to. So if you can still write, please write. If you can't write, then raise your hand and say something. But apart from that, we have received almost five leaders reminding us about this five personal development section. Okay, so few important questions to ask yourself. Please mute yourself. Who is that? Please mute yourself or mute yourself is very, very important when we are doing our teaching. Please, it's very important. So, few important questions to ask yourself. I'm going to pause a little bit so that you start thinking because we are practically doing this module together. Number one, who am I? Number two, what is my purpose on earth? Number three, why am I created? Number four, what is my strength and my weakness? Number five, why am I here on earth? Number six, what am I dislike or like? I hope we've got the question. Very important. These ones you have to ask yourself. We can discuss it at our later time, but just have these questions in mind. Let me repeat it again. Few important questions, and I would like somebody also to help me to write it on the chat box to remind others. So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Who I am, or who am I? What is my purpose on earth? I want to believe you are all writing, because that's one of the reasons why you can discover who you are. So that's the questions for you. Who am I? What is my purpose on earth? Why am I created? What is my strength and my weakness? Why am I here? And what am I dislike or like? So on this note, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to me for the short period of 40 minutes on the topic of personal development. We will continue this module as time goes on. So before I round up, I would like to appreciate Dr. Samina Evelyn. Thank you so much. Ambassador Comfort Fredley, thank you so much. Princess Victoria Godwin, thank you so much. Dr. Fatai Toromade, thank you so much. Mr. Jide Awosoya, thank you so much. Mr. Taiwo, thank you so much. Mr. Lukman Nuruddin, thank you so much. Senior Professor Ebuara Charles, thank you so much, sir. Mr. Mo Life, thank you so much, sir. And Professor Reverend Apabio, thank you, Papa, for joining me on this, my journey of teaching and learning with others. And I want to say thank you so much for those that have really contributed to my teaching this afternoon or this morning. I want to appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you so much, Mr. Soweto Taiwo, for reminding us with those questions. Please, those questions are very important. Please write it down on your note and keep searching and discovering who you are. That is the practical one. And then the first assignment as well is about the stages of personal development. In what area can we say is personal development? And we've listed 5. And then one or two of my leaders has also added economy versus financial intelligence. So that is also because you need to develop your financial mental also to know how to manage your finances, your resources, and other things. And if you've missed Mr. Olaniyi this morning, we just watched the video this morning, but he's going to come back next week or maybe on Thursday. We'll check with him to come and teach us in details on financial intelligence. So on this note, I want to say thank you so much for being with me for this section. And now we're going to continue by introducing our next speaker. Thank you.